What's going on, everybody? Welcome to what is the first entry in hopefully many more Diablo YouTube videos coming up in the future. Today I'm going to go over my Crusader build, and I just wanted to kind of go through that with you all really quickly, show you what I have. Hopefully if you have any criticisms, you can tell me what to change. Hopefully if I've done something right, then it will push you in the right direction. But I do get quite a few questions asked about how to build a Crusader, what my build looks like, how efficient it is, what I want to change, what I don't want to change, things of that nature. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and show you kind of what I've got going on in terms of gear and kind of what I'm building. The goal of my Crusader build is simple. I'm looking for fire, and I'm looking for stat boosts for the specific skills that I have. My specific skills, the ones I really enjoy using, are Blessed Shield with the Combust rune. And what I really like about this shield, about this spell, or this skill in general, is that it goes really well with my legendary shield. You'll notice that it has Blessed Shield ricochets to 5 additional enemies. Okay, what's great about that, and then I also have it so that it Blessed Shield damage increased by 12%, and then I re-rolled it through the Mystic, so critical hit chances increased by 10%. Now what I like about this the most is that, as you can see, it hits 5 different enemies. I have the Combust rune because I'm going for fire. Fire is the one you want if you, or Combust is the one you want if you're going for a fire build. Every single time I hit an enemy, this shield bounces into 5 more. It also doesn't lose its attack power when it does bounce through 5 more. It's a wonderful thing, and I'll show you, I'll go through and I'll actually show you what this looks like in a bit here. So that's my favorite skill. The other one that I really enjoy, and the one that I use to get my wrath back up, is I use Slash, once again with Crush. So Crush is going to be the fire rune. The one thing I like about Slash, it's a quick skill. It also generates 5 wrath per attack. So you're moving. You're getting wrath. I rarely ever run out. And when I do, it just takes a couple seconds to get it right back up. So I'm doing wrath, blessed shield, boom, boom. Now, I got really lucky the other day, and I landed the Mortal Drama. It's a legendary 2-handed flail, but you'll notice in the secondary skill, it doubles the number of bombardment impacts that I have, which is perfect for a fire build Crusader like the one I have right now. So what I do is I'll switch on and off. Right? If there's a big mob, I'll switch to my Mortal Drama. If it's just going through white mobs, smaller enemies, I'll stay in the sledge, and I'll just go back and forth. Okay. But of course, I have bombardment sitting here. The other skills I have, so Falling Sword, I just enjoy it. I use it as a teleport skill. It gets me out of the way of battle. I love using Untitled Champion with Rally, just because of the fact that I don't really get hurt. It's a really great attack. And when you die, it revives you, which is super nice. And it lets me sit in there and tank, which at the end of the day, Crusaders, if you build them correctly, are really good tanks. Then you have Laws of Valor. I changed this one between Laws of Valor and the Laws of Hope, depending on if I'm with a partner or if I'm playing solo. Laws of Valor is really nice just because it makes you so much stronger. Laws of Hope is nice because it makes it so you don't die as quickly. Okay. Right now I have Laws of Valor. Okay, so those are my skills. My passives are pretty simple. I have Heavenly Strength, which lets us so you can have a dual-handed weapon in one hand. Okay. Divine Fortress is nice because it increases your armor by a % equal to your shield's block chance. And what's great about that is my shield has a high block chance, so my armor increases just based off of that alone. Righteousness is another thing that you can use to make your wrath go higher. I switch between Righteousness and Finery a lot. Because Finery gives you strength for every gem socketed in your gear, so depending on how many sockets I have, I'll use that. And then Iron Maiden gives me almost 50,000 thorns. Now the reason I use Iron Maiden, and you don't have to use Iron Maiden, in fact, I don't necessarily recommend it. I use Iron Maiden because of the fact that I picked up these. Okay, these Van Braces are crazy. So you'll notice in the secondary, chance on being hit to deal 1,000% of your thorns damage. Okay. 1,000% of my thorns damage. Right now I'm sitting at about 11,000 thorns damage. So that's 11,000, right, times 10, times 1,000% of that. That's my damage. Now if I weren't to use Iron Maiden, let's say I were to put Finery on there, that would drop my thorns damage down to 5,000. So it nearly doubles my thorns damage. It's a really big skill for me to use. And once again, I will switch that out depending on like what's going on in the battlefield. For now, let's go Iron Maiden again though. So there's kind of my build. That's how it looks. Let's go ahead and pop into battle. and I will show you exactly what happens. Okay, so before I get into battle, I totally forgot to show you guys crit chance, crit rate, crit hit damage, stuff like that. So the way my build is set up, I'm sitting at 50.50% critical hit chance, 311% critical hit damage. If you look at my gear, it's sort of set up to be that way. So you're either going to see, outside of this two-handed mace, because I haven't gotten a lucky enough roll to do that. I ended up socketing it for you can see critical hit damage by 115%. But what you notice is that either all of my gear is either going to have critical hit damage or chance. It's going to have fire, or it's going to have blessed shield, or slash. Okay, so I'm looking for slash, blessed shield, or fire. And fire is great because all of these skills use fire. Okay, so with that said, you've got my firewalkers. Obviously, everything you do, every time you walk, 100% weapon damage. Like every step I take, and as you see me walking around the map, you'll see people getting hit as they follow me around. But you notice I also rolled for blessed shield damage plus 10%. You have my shield, okay, critical hit chance increased by 10%, and blessed shield damage by 12%. You've got my ring, critical damage, critical hit chance. You've got my pants. I can't roll anything worth anything. I have spent so much goddamn money on these pants, and I have not. I'm re-rolling that resistance to all elements, and I know that once I do, and I get it to crit chance, it's going to feel awesome. It just won't fucking do it for me. It's driving me crazy. Okay. You have this ring, fire skill plus 19, crit hit damage, increased damage against elites. You have my mage fist. I love these things so much. Fire skills plus 18%, crit hit chance plus 10%. You have my belt, slash damage by 11%. You have my chest, which is bombardment damage by 15%. You have the sanguinary vambraces, once again, fire skills plus 16%, critical hit chance plus 6%. You have crit hit, crit chance. You have blessed shield damage, crit hit chance, and then again you have bombardment damage by 11%. So everything I have outside of my pants is working towards my goal, which is crit hit, fire, and then either my primary or my secondary skill, blessed shield, or slash. Okay. Alright, so no doubt some of you may have noticed I just moved to here. Okay, I didn't like that desert area. So here's a mob I'm in, right? Let's heal up. I'm going to show you what happens here. So look at this 6.4 million, 7.2 million, and you see it bouncing around. I mean, look at that shield just bouncing, 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 bouncing. Now keep in mind, I'm in Torment 1, right? And it's kind of a joke at this point. I haven't played this Crusader for very long. I mean, I'm only 130 Paragon. It's not like I play this game all the time. But just the way this build works, it's just strong. Everything works with each other. Everything combines. And that's what you want to do when you build this Crusaders. You want to make sure you're going towards the goal, whether it be fire, lightning, holy, crit hit, crit chance, whatever it is, thorns build. Go for that goal. Don't have it so your armor and so all of your items are different than each other. And I noticed that on a lot of builds, and they wonder what's going on. My damage is super high, but I'm not taking off any. What's going on? Well, it's because you're not fusing everything together. Make sure you're fusing your skills together, and you're going to be hitting for a lot. Let's get into my bombardment. So, the Mortal Drama. This is the one that's going to take down 2 bombardments at once. So see if we can find a mob and go from there. Alright, here's a little bit of a mob. Let's see if we can throw down this bombardment and get some crits. There's one. There we go. So only one of them hit, but the other one did drop down. But you saw that was about 26 to 30 million off of each enemy that was there. So falling sword damage for you. Just a cool 10.4 million. Here we go. There we go. See all the 30 millions popping in there? That was a good hit right there. So right now what I would usually do is I would switch. I'd switch back to this since bombardment is cooling down. And just let that go more damage. I'm going to throw it down hard here. Let's go nice like that. Let's see what we can do. See if we can crit. There's some 42, 43. There's another 42, 43. Swap back to here and go from there, right? And that's how this build works. For me, I'm lucky because I have 2 sets of weapons. One's quite a bit stronger than the other, but you'll notice like my damage and my toughness aren't that high. 7.4 million and 644,000. They're not that high. My sheet doesn't look that great. The reason that we're hitting for so much is just because everything works. Fire damage, skill increases, and crit hit, crit chance. Those are the things you want to roll for. And with that, this is Anthony Accinelli from StrengthGamer.com with the first entry in the Diablo series, and I hope to see you on twitch.tv/AnthonyACC very soon. Happy hunting.